Hi everyone, welcome to Notebooks and Things. I'm Neha and I love shiny things like notebooks and this thing, and pens and inks, and anything shiny, of course. Today I'm going to be showing off my planners for 2026. I'll be using, this year I'm going to be using this Hobonichi Cousin, which is the A5 size, and 2 Hobonichi weeks. Usually I would use an A6 instead of an A5 and 1 weeks instead of 2, but this year I decided I'd learn 2 languages, so I decided to get a separate one just for that, and this is the same as it usually is, and I decided to switch to an A5 from an A6 because I'm no longer in school, and I have more time to do whatever I want, so I found myself running out of space in my A6, so I figured why not try an A5 this year. I also don't have a job, so I still have time. I hope that's gonna change sometime in the future. Hopefully this year, probably this year actually, but and I did also film a setup video of me setting up these, not so much this, but more of these two, because I did already start using this one. This video, the one that you're about to watch, or the one that you're watching right now, so I filmed a planner flip through and that ended up being pretty long, so adding the edited setup videos into the planner flip through video felt a little redundant since I was already showing you everything I was doing anyways, and it was going to make the video like 20 minutes longer than it already is, and I had to cut out a lot of parts from it anyway, so it wasn't setting up everything. It was setting up some of it, and you don't see all of it until I flip through. So it just didn't feel necessary, but if anyone wants to see it anyways, please let me know and I'll try and post it as a separate video, because I did edit that part. I'm just gonna need to do an intro and an outro for them. But yeah, if you guys still want to see it anyways, let me know and I'll upload it. But for this video, I decided I'd just keep it to the planner flip-throughs since I'm pretty much going into detail anyways. So, okay, now I know what I'm doing. I'm starting with my cousin. This is the dog cover from, what was it, 2024, I think? But it was so fun. I needed it. But it was just sitting in my drawer for a while because it's a nice cover and it's so nice. Yeah, it's a pretty cover. I consider it like a fancier cover. So it was sitting in a drawer for a while because I didn't have a cousin. I only had A5 notebooks that I used, that I put other covers on, not this one. But since I was using a cousin this year, this was the perfect opportunity to use this. And I love looking at it and I love feeling it, and it's great. Oh, let me just show how it looks. My poor cousin on the inside is dying, but it's so pretty. Okay, opening it, I did tuck the inside cover in here too, and this was leftover stickers that I used for both this and my weeks. But yeah, that's the only sticker I'm putting on here because I don't look at this page much. I just flip straight to other pages. But I wanted a cute 2026 sticker, so yeah. And then I decided this year to add these. I don't usually do that often, but I figured why not. And I whited out the 2025 and 2027 calendars and put in a piece of paper with my 2026 bingo because I saw other people doing it and I thought it looked really fun, so here it is. First, get a job, of course. Story, projects, paint, all sorts of stuff. Everything I want to do, but who knows if it'll get done. And then index, I got those stickers for the top. And this part is going to be my index. I don't know what to do up here. This is going to exist, I guess. We'll figure it out as I go. And for now, at least, the bottom part is a reading log. I have a tiny little icon sticker there, but I only put it on January because I'm not sure if it's going to continue, but if it continues, that's great for me. If it doesn't, at least I didn't set everything else up. Yeah. And then more index. It has all 12 months. The A6 has a few extra months. It has January through March of the next year and December of the previous year, or well, this year. But this only has 6 months, or 12 months, the full year, which is still great. It's great. I never use the extra months anyways, so perfect. And we go into the months, which starts with this month, December. I'm gonna use this month as a place to like put down my favorite inks of the year, which isn't gonna happen for a while, I guess. I can like slowly fill it out as the year goes, maybe, I don't know, but eventually, it'll have a bunch of inks in here that I really liked. Even though they would have only been used maybe twice, maybe 3 times, because I like switching inks a lot. Next page. I'm not sure what to do with the monthlies in here. I might just do a doodle a day because that might be really fun, and I need to get back into sketching more, drawing more. Maybe doing a doodle a day before I do any like actual drawing will help. Like, will help me do more drawing, or like get in the drawing mood better. So we'll see if this stays. But like, I never know what to do with the months anyways, but like skipping past the rest of 2026. Oh wait, no, that's too far. No. Okay, we got to December. And now January of 2027. I'm gonna be using this to list all the movies I watched, because why not? I always forget what I watched when, so this might be a fun way to do it. And since it will be going like top to bottom, left to right, I'll know, like, I'll have like a rough idea of when I watched it, because I forget. Like, maybe I watched that movie. When did I watch it? I don't know. I watched it at some point. I can tell you that much, but with this, maybe now I'll know. And then the next month, February, is for anime and shows. So anything animated that is in a series type of format, like in episodes, anything, not just animated, but like anything in episodes. I don't watch a lot of live action shows. I'll watch them if it's horror, but if it's not horror, I'm not as likely to watch them. Unless they're queer, then I might watch them. But otherwise, I don't watch much live action. I mainly watch animation, whether it's anime or Chinese donghua or any Western show. If it's animated, I might watch it. If it's live action, I might not watch it. So, yeah, if anyone has any recommendations, let me know, and I'll add them to my very long list of stuff to watch. Who knows, I might actually watch them. It just depends. There's stuff that's been on my list for years and I haven't gotten to them, but I have had stuff that were recommended to me like a month ago that I just binged. So I might watch it, I might not, I don't know, but if you have recommendations, I'm always up for adding them to my list. And then March. Stationery bought in 2026. I know it's small, but I'm hoping to keep my purchases small too. If I do one order for one thing, I'll end up buying too much. So I'll do like, it doesn't have to be one object necessarily, maybe like, if I like get washi tape and stickers in one order, it'll count as 2 separate things. But if I get like 2 rolls of washi tape and 3 things of stickers in the same order, it'll count as 1 washi tape and 1 stickers. That might be an easier way of doing it. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way. This includes notebooks and stuff. I'll have pens and inks on one of the back pages. I'll get to that eventually. So next is the weeklies. I somewhat set up the first one, so you'd have like an idea. But this week, and here I'd have like weekly to-dos that slowly end up over here at the top, and then sleep, because I am terrible at sleep. They usually end up under 8 hours, but I need more than 8 hours. So I'll have to deal with that. But for the regular weeklies, I just use the times, what I do by time, or like what I need to do or have done, or whatever happened that day. Sometimes if I didn't really want to do any time thing, or if I was like doing something that I didn't really feel like I had to time it, or like wanted to put it in one of these, I'd like do doodles. Like if I go out with a friend for like most of the day, I'm not gonna track what I did or like plan for what I'm gonna do, because why? I don't want to do that. I'll just like do some doodles of like food we ate or stuff, anything I took a photo of, so that's perfect. At the top here for the blank space at the top, like before the timeline starts, that's going to be for deadlines and events, which I'm going to write in a different color than the rest of the spread. And then up here before I wake up, which I don't know when I wake up. Sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 12. It depends on the day, but I have until whenever it is I wake up that day for a to-do list up here. And that's usually good enough for all the major things I need to do. Anything small can just get thrown in the dailies, and that's good enough. And down here I have little boxes for this. I usually use this for the ongoing anime, like the seasonal ongoing anime. Because there have been I know I could probably just put this on a month spread or something, but I don't want to. I'm going to keep it here. It's easier for me, and that's what matters. So this is what I'm going to do, what I'm going to keep doing. I did do this in my A6 weekly when I had this too, and it works for me. I like it. I like knowing what I need to. I like if I don't write stuff down, I will forget. So if I have this, I can just flip back to the week before and be like, today's Wednesday. Last Wednesday, this came out. So let me go check the website and watch that. I'll watch today's episode of that. So yeah. Maybe I'll start reading manga again and do that for the chapters too. I don't know. Does anyone know? Because I definitely don't, but that's pretty much the weeklies. It might change, it might not change. Magic. I magically got straight to January, but first we need to go here to this thing. Oh wait, no, post-it note. Okay, yeah, that's flat again. So this, I'm not entirely sure what to do with this. I'm not gonna fill this out yet. I'm gonna wait until next week, or is it this week by the time this video comes out? I don't know. But like, I'm gonna wait until the end of December, like the last few days of December, to fill this out while I make my list of stuff I want to write about, because if I just sit down with no plan, I will forget everything I had planned. That has happened to me so many times. So it's gonna be like my thoughts on starting 2026, maybe my hopes on how it'll be, but that might be a little too hopeful, so maybe not. But 2026, it's gonna be 2026. Yay. But I'll have some goals in here too. Maybe goals, everything else, or goals, everything else, or they'll be together. I don't know yet. We'll find out. And then month, January. So for the monthly, this is what I did in my A6 too, though obviously I had a lot less space. But I didn't do this every month in my A6. I mainly did it when I had stuff to do. So whenever I had school, and then whenever I gave myself a bunch of stuff to do. So I couldn't fit everything, but this works. This is perfect for A5. So it's like a vertical Gantt chart, and I prefer these over traditional monthlies because I can just write down whenever I have something important. Like when I was in school, I'd use one side for classes and one side for everything else. But now I can use one side for any like freelance stuff, whatever work I find. I don't know, work-related stuff, I guess, and the other side for everything else. So, yay! And then down here, I have where I'm gonna put my inked pens for the month, like whatever pens I ink that month or have inked that month. I just like write them down. So, yay! I know what pens I used. I don't have to use them in here, but if I have them inked that month, it's nice to have a place where I have everything that I used that month in general. And then the day. So basically how I've decided to do this is I have been testing this out, but I'll have my to-do list up here and have like lists and notes and stuff over here, and this place is pretty much whatever I want to do. Up here I'm gonna do like whatever media I did that day, like whatever I watched or read or whatever, not including fanfics. Fanfics do not count because they'd fill up too much depending on the fanfic I was reading that day. If I'm reading a long one is good. It'll fit But if I'm reading short ones, then they'll just fill up, and I don't want that, so no fanfics here. And here is just whatever I want. Sometimes there'll be more lists, sometimes there'll be more like notes over if I need the space. Most of the time it's probably going to be like journal, I guess. An excuse to write with my pens because I have time to write because I have no job and no school. I'm looking for a job. But there are no jobs. We'll see what happens. I hope I get a job, some kind of job. I need to apply to like retail jobs and stuff. If I don't get anything by like March, I think I'm gonna start applying to like other jobs or start doing like commissions or something. Not entirely sure yet, but I'm figuring it out because I am still working on things. But yeah, at least I have time to do fun stuff now. I haven't had time to do fun stuff since like high school. Or well, I do a little bit, but not much. But that's gonna be my daily pages, and I did stickers. And I'm gonna add tabs as I go. I'm not gonna add them immediately because let me go back here, because the tabs I'm using do take a good amount of space, and I don't want to like block off my writing space that quickly. So later I'm gonna put in tabs as I go. Go back. Okay, yeah, once I fill out this page, I'll add the tab for January. And yeah, oh wait, where's my pencil board? I have a pencil board for this year. Oh wait, first let me show you how I'm going to do my dailies. Like an example, this is a 2024 that I have been testing. I have redated it, so this is like from November, because I started in like October or something, or like not really October or something. I tested it out for like a week of October, and then I came back to like properly start using it in like the end of November. So yeah, basically my to-do list, some of them are blocked out. It says work. I do not get paid, just know that. But yeah, lists, they're not all work related or anything, but sometimes they're just lists. I like making lists of random people's videos, like what they have in their videos. It's so I don't even need to. I'm just in a mood to make a list, and I don't know what to make a list about, so I like find a video and I play it and I make my list because I like lists. I like making lists. But yeah, so I have media up here, and then bit of journal, and here I wrote down the steps for modding my Kindle with the new mod. And yeah, do I have more pages? I think I have like another page that I can show. Yes, here, perfect. Stay down. It won't stay down, but I don't think you can see it anyway, so it's fine. I have my currently inked here. Yeah, media. I got the Kinokuniya art book for Heaven Official's Blessing. A mistake, really. And I also got a few inks, like from like a mystery bag. So that was also a mistake. I should not have gone to Kinokuniya that day, but I can't regret it. It's a problem, I know, but I can't regret it. And the inks I had to swatch that weren't swatched yet. These were inks from 2025 that I just hadn't swatched yet. Some of them are from some of them were from January, and I hadn't swatched them yet. Like, I hadn't swatched them in my swatch book, but yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much how I use it. So, yay. I don't use the months in that one, though. But yay. Wait, where do you... Okay, yeah, bookmark is back in. Yay. Okay, going to the back, skipping all these other months because they're just the same. December. Just a little bit more, and we're almost there. Yay, we're here. The end of 2026. My review of the year. And I don't know exactly how much space I'm gonna need. I might need 1, I might need 2, I might need 3 pages. Who knows, maybe I'll need more. I don't know yet. It's not December 2026 yet, so I don't know. So I left the next 2 pages blank. If I don't end up needing all 3 pages, I will use these for something else. But next I have my 2026 playlist, and I only filled out this page because I'm not sure if I'm gonna need another page. But I wanted to have it empty just in case, so I have some doodles. I don't have AirPods, but they were easy to doodle, so I doodled them really quickly. Yay! Yay! Next page. This is gonna stay a sticky note. But like 2026 thoughts and 2027 plans, these are just going to be my plans on like whatever, what's working, what's not, mainly for like what I should get for 2027, and if I have to scrap anything for 2026. That's probably only going to need 1 page. Maybe I'll need 2, but if I end up having to use this page for something else, that's fine. This can go in another notebook. If I end up with these 2 pages empty, I can just move them here if I need that much space. I'm not going to know until like later in 2026, so maybe October, November, December, I don't know, so we'll find out. And then for the timetable, I mostly don't usually know what to do here. Like, for when I was in school, I'd use them for like my classes, and then I'd like as many classes as many times as I had classes, and then section it off for like the next quarter. But this year, I saw someone, I don't remember who it was, but I saw someone doing something similar. So I just like stuff I need to do, and this is social media stuff I need to do, and just like choosing what days I do what, and yeah. That's what it is now, I guess. I don't know if it'll work. We'll see. But graph paper, I saw a few people doing this, that they do a graph of the books they read, and I really don't know what to use this page for. So why not? And someone was doing titles under here, but there might end up being a lot of titles. There might end up being very few titles. I don't know. So I figured it would be easier to do authors, because when I start a series, I finish the entire series. So even if I read like 10 books, if five of them were one series and 3 of them were another series, I'd only have like 4 authors to write down for 10 books. So authors instead of titles. But yeah, I don't know if this is even gonna happen, but we will see. Favorites. This is just gonna be whatever I love. Hopefully every month. Maybe not every month. Maybe a month's just terrible, but who knows? I don't know. Things to try. Because I want to try things. Right now there's only 5 things, but this will be filled out as the year goes. I will be adding more things as I remember them or think of them or have found new things to try. The memories page I'm going to use for listing out restaurants I went to or restaurants I loved. I don't know. I don't go to restaurants super often, or well, I don't. Yeah, I think there's space for all the restaurants I'll go to, unless I start going to restaurants multiple times a week. But there should be enough space for restaurants, because there are restaurants I do go to, like, multiple times a year. By multiple, I mean, like, a few times a year, so I don't think I'll have, like, 52, 53 restaurants in here, but yeah, restaurants. And then favorite books and manga of the year, new music or albums or artists or whatever, and I'm not sure what to do here. If anyone has an idea or suggestion, let me know, and I can decide if I want to use your suggestion, steal your idea, and make it mine. But yeah, I don't know what to put here. Favorite things, maybe? I don't know. I should follow this. I need to follow this. Maybe not a comfy night's sleep, but more of a I need to sleep thing. I need to sleep earlier thing. I should sleep earlier at some point in my life. I have slept earlier before. But then college happened, and I started sleeping later and later, and all-nighters, yay! But, yep, ignoring that. I'm not looking at that. But the words to remember has been stolen by favorite recipes. Whatever recipes I really liked in 2026. Like anything I really liked making, and there's plenty of space for everything I'm gonna like. Next page. I wasn't entirely sure what to do here. Maybe days I filled a page. Like in the past years, all I did was use it to like cross out days as they went by. But I'm gonna do that in here this year. So in here, maybe days I filled a page. I don't know what I'm doing. Next page. This is where I'm gonna put in new pens and inks this year. Addresses, what's that? Gifts, what's that? Pens and inks. That's what you are. And yeah, that's it. Cover. Yay. So that's this. Putting you away. I'm gonna show this one first. It's so shiny, I love it. I originally wasn't sure about this one because I love the holo, but I wasn't sure about the photos of animals, but it was so silly I needed it. It's holographic and shiny, and I like shiny things. But open. Shiny sticker, because this is shiny. I needed shiny sticker. And I used this thing, and this is the first time I ever got it to get on right. I never used it in my weeks before, I don't think, but I have used it in a 2024 A6 weekly. I was redating to be 2026 because an extra 2024 A6 weekly that I redated to be 2025 because I got an extra in 2024 for some insane reason. Yeah, that's what I used it for then, and I did mess up, but this time I got it right, and I love that, and these are so pretty. Next page. I don't know what to do here. I'll probably figure it out as the year goes on, but for now, I don't know what to do. Here, I'm just gonna like highlight the days with what I managed to do that day. So if I have blank days, I can have a few blank days, but if a lot of them are blank, then that's a problem because I need to be doing stuff to actually get stuff done. So this is how I'm going to be using the monthlies. I did start using this in December, and I'm just showing it to you now, I guess. But this is the monthlies in here are going to be for job hunting and portfolio. Oh wait, no, not portfolio. Job hunting / work. If I get a job, it's going to be work. But for now, job hunting and social media. And I have stickers at the bottom. Yay! But that's pretty much what the monthlies are going to be. I'm going to skip. Did I do something for the extra months? I don't remember if I did something for the extra months. Let's see. I have nothing in the extra months. I don't know what I'm going to do with the extra months. Maybe they'll just exist. But yeah, this is pretty much how I use the weekly here. I just have my list of stuff and like trackers. Some of these are going to be slightly blurred out or something, but yeah, lists and trackers and a little bit of deco because I want something to fill up the empty space. And like, this is pretty much what I did that day, and these are like deadlines on the left, what I did on the right. And I'm going to be using the Tomie pencil board for this week's. I have oh wait, where's my pencil board? I didn't take out my pencil board for the cousin. I'll show you that later. That Tomie pencil board, yay, it's so pretty. And I love how this one turned out. It's pretty. But yeah, that's pretty much how I'm going to use the rest of these weeks. And then skipping to the back, yay. Oh no, I need to fix this tab later though. Notes. So like I'm gonna do like fake classes where I pretend I'm taking a class, so I can like force myself to get stuff done according to deadlines by pretending I'm in a class and I need to pass this class to be allowed to exist. But yeah, otherwise I just usually procrastinate, but not this time. But yeah, little quarter overview of like deadlines and stuff, and like I need to write down the days. But yeah, and then I'm gonna do some background studies. So this is just a list of a bunch of different styles to do them, or well, to styles to study, I guess. But yeah, and I'm gonna like slowly fill up the rest. Maybe I won't use it all, but like I never know. Is there another page? Yeah, there's another page. Favorites are gonna be projects I've worked on. My 100 is probably media I've consumed. Like media as in like stuff I've watched, not stuff I've read. But if I have space, I'll add stuff I've read. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna stick media in here or do something else with it. Over here are portfolio projects, and this is also gonna be partially blurred out, like probably just the top, but yeah. Next. That's not, I should use these, but next. Yeah, just checking off days as they go. And that's it. I did a tiny little ink test, tiny little paper test, not really anything, but it worked fine, so, and that's this one. Oh, before I show my next one, let me grab the pencil board for my A5. So pretty. So pretty. I'm gonna put this back in the thing I'm using it in for now. But okay. Language weeks. This is the Kanahei weeks. And I pre-ordered this because I made a Black Ship account and I pre-ordered this before I knew that de minimis was going away. And that turned out to be a mistake because de minimis went away, and by then I was trapped with this because no cancellations. So I decided to place my Hobonichi order through Hobonichi on Blackship. So like I decided to just run with it, and I like added a couple of other random things because I might as well. I have to pay tariffs anyways. I might as well just pay combined shipping too. So, yay. Okay, back to fun stuff. It's so pretty, look at it. I'm gonna, yeah. Yay. Oh no, bookmark, let me just pull that back in place, and yeah. And then this is the front inside, and I probably showed this while I was setting it up, but like, I don't remember. I haven't rewatched my files yet, so. Inside covers are so pretty. And these are leftover stickers that I used for some of the months, so the leftovers are sitting in here for now. And then another 2026 sticker. I got 2 of these, so one in here and one in here. So yay. And then next, yay. I'm gonna do something here. I have an idea. I just haven't figured out how to do that idea yet. I need to write about that idea so I know what to do before I actually start it, because I keep forgetting whenever I start it. So yeah, and here I have resources I'm using because I'm going to be using French. I'm going to be learning French and Japanese, and I took 3 years of French in school, like before high school though, so it's just going to be like relearning for me. And Japanese I started at some point and never continued, but I was like, I could barely even call myself a beginner, so that's, yeah. So those are the 2 I'm going to be learning for now. And then here, this is going to be like a language and like language learning method habit tracker. And I did like separate which language I was going to learn based on the day in here. So some days I'm going to be learning Japanese, some days I'm going to be learning French, or like that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And my goal is like hopefully an hour a day. And here I have a little thing, a little key for what I did every day. So yay, hoping it works. December has nothing because I don't know what to do with you. Okay, January. This is going to be like my study plan, I guess. I'm using little chapter stickers. So I have like the days color coded by what I'm going to focus on that day, and I have like deadlines, I guess, written out. Oh, I do need to use some of this like clock decorush I have to like add a little clock here to indicate that that is a deadline. Bookmark comes back, and I have the list. I have the list down here, and for French I'm doing weekly check-ins because I did already go over grammar and mainly grammar. I went over mainly grammar and some vocab, and I'm gonna learn starting January. So weekly checklist is new vocab, new grammar, a journal entry, and a grammar worksheet. If I don't do all of it, that's fine. I just have to, that's just like what I would like to have done every week. And basically Japanese is this warm pink color, and French is this purple. Yay. And then the rest of the months are going to be the same. They just have the little chapter stickers. I don't know what to do with the 2027 months. Okay. I haven't filled out this yet because I haven't used it for December, and I'm not sure what to do with the December spreads. But I'm going to start this January, I guess, technically. So I started setting it up, but I'm not really going to fully set it up until I'm closer to, I'm on like the 28th or 29th of this month. So here I'm going to have deadlines and important stuff that I want to have done that day. And here is my either to-do list or what I did that day. And then here I have my French habit tracker, I guess, and Japanese tracker of like what I learned, something like that. Like whether I learned grammar, vocab, whether I focused on reading, writing, listening, or speaking. So yeah, I'm probably not going to do much speaking just yet. Like any speaking practice I do is just going to be me whispering to myself. But yeah, and like the rest of here, I'm intending for it to be like vocab or grammar notes or like whatever notes I end up having that week. Like some minor notes, I guess, like any week-specific notes, I guess, because some other notes I'm going to put in the back, and I do have other notebooks I'm also going to be using for like practice and stuff, and like grammar notes and stuff, but that's pretty much the weeks, and I'm going to use this Tamagotchi pencil boy. Yay. Yay. I love it. And then skipping back yeah, okay, yeah. For the 365-day tracker here, I'm going to be coloring in pink or purple based on what language I focused on that day. And yeah. And then notes. I just have my quarter thing and like deadlines. That's like kind of a Gantt chart, I guess, but I didn't feel the need to do another mini calendar because I was doing these in the monthlies too anyways, so why bother adding another one? And then the rest of it's going to be notes until the next quarter, in which I will do this again, I guess. And skipping to the back because these are just notes pages, notes pages, notes pages, more notes pages. Okay. No, come back to me. There's, yeah, okay. Measurements, my 100. I don't know what to do here yet. I'll figure it out eventually, I guess, but if anyone has any ideas for like literally anything that I didn't know what to do with, I would love to like see them, hear them, read them, I guess. Look at the little, I love them. They're so cute. But yeah, my 100, next page. I don't know what to do here either. Next page, next page, next page. I don't think I know what I'm doing with the back for this one. Yeah, I have no clue. But my idea for this is that this is going to be mostly focused on Japanese. French will also still be there for like these kinds of spreads. But for the weeklies, there is going to be a bigger focus on Japanese for like the notes and stuff, I guess, because that is my bigger learning focus, because relearning French is easier than learning it for the first time. And yeah, French is way easier to pick up on because I already learned it at one point and just forgot everything. But Japanese is going to be a bit harder. So yeah, more focus here. And I have my other notebooks for more notes and practice and stuff. So this should be good enough. But yeah, those are my dated planners for 2026. I have plenty of other notebooks that aren't dated. They're like, they get to last as long or as little. They get to last for like as long as I want, or for as like little time as I want. So when they end, they end. Maybe they will never end. I do not know. I feel like that's a thing here. I just don't know. So my phone did end up dying, so I'm recording this again. So yeah, that was my planner setup for 2026. If anyone has any ideas or suggestions for all the pages that I just didn't know what to do with, please let me know. I would love to take any suggestions on what to do with them. And also on that note, if any of you have any suggestions or feedback for anything about this video, or even just any video you might want to see in the future, please let me know and I'll like keep it in mind. And these suggestions can literally be for anything, like anything you think I could do better, any ideas or, well, suggestions, anything you want to see in future videos, anything you want me to change, anything at all would be amazing. That's it for this video. I hope you guys liked listening to me ramble on and on as I showed you guys what I decided to do with these. Thanks for watching. Bye!